In the vast and timeless ocean of Indian philosophy, few names shine with as much quiet brilliance as Sulabha. Her name does not appear in chants or temples. There are no grand statues, no kingdoms left behind in her name. And yet, she remains immortal, not through power or wealth, but through wisdom. Sulabha appears in one of the most profound and philosophical sections of the Mahabharata, the Shanti Parva, the Book of Peace. Here, in the midst of discussions on dharma, kingship, and liberation, she enters the stage not as a warrior, not as a queen, but as a woman ascetic, a wandering seeker, a knower of truth. She belonged to the ancient tradition of sannyasinis, women who renounced the world, not out of rejection, but out of a thirst for ultimate knowledge. Sulabha was well-versed in Vedanta, the highest spiritual philosophy of the Upanishads. She had studied the self, meditated on the nature of reality, and lived in the truth that lies beyond body and name. But Sulabha was not content with knowledge alone. She wanted clarity. She wanted to test truth, not through blind belief, but through open debate. And so, when she heard of the famous King Janaka of Mithila, a ruler praised for being both a king and a spiritual master, she decided to meet him. Janaka was known as Rajarshi, a king sage. He governed a great kingdom, yet claimed to live in complete detachment. He said he had attained moksha, the final liberation, while still performing all worldly duties. Sulabha was intrigued and skeptical. Could a man surrounded by ministers, riches, and authority, a man who ruled, who punished, who praised, truly be free from ego? She chose not to send a message or wait for an invitation. Sulabha entered his court directly, using her yogic power of telepathy, a mental communion known as samvad, in which minds merge and thoughts are exchanged without words. And there, in the silence of inner awareness, began one of the most remarkable debates in ancient Indian philosophy. Janaka, surprised by her arrival, questioned her approach. He wondered aloud, "Why has a woman ascetic entered my court without fear or permission? Does she seek marriage? Or fame? Or is this a test?" Sulabha replied with calm strength. She said, "I have not come to seek anything but truth. You call yourself liberated, yet you sit on a throne. You speak of detachment, yet you rule over wealth and people. Is that not contradiction?" Janaka defended himself. He argued that true renunciation lies not in outer abandonment, but in inner detachment. He claimed that his actions, though worldly, did not bind him. That he had realized the Atman, the true self, and so remained untouched. But Sulabha pushed further. She said, "Liberation is not a title. It is not an image. It is the complete absence of ego, identity, and duality. If you still say, 'I am king, I am ruler,' then are you not still caught in name and form?" Their dialogue soared into the heights of Vedantic insight. They spoke of non-duality, of the illusory nature of the world, of action without doership, and of freedom beyond roles. Sulabha said, "One who is truly liberated sees no difference between man and woman, ruler and subject, self and other. That one becomes like space, untouched, infinite, and free." She further added, "If you were truly liberated, O Janaka, my presence here would not disturb you. You would not feel pride in your kingship, nor surprise at my questions." Janaka, deeply moved by her clarity, recognized her superior wisdom. He accepted her challenge not as insult, but as illumination. He bowed to her, not with words, but with humility. And Sulabha left as she came, quietly, with no need for victory or praise. She had shared her truth. That was enough. Her story is short in length but vast in meaning. In a world where women were often kept from philosophy, where power was worshipped more than wisdom, Sulabha rose as a silent flame. She showed that a woman, without army or throne, could challenge a king and leave behind a legacy of truth. She proved that liberation is not about where you are, but what you are, not about renouncing the world, but transcending it within. Sulabha's voice is a rare treasure, a reminder that the soul has no gender, that the seeker needs no permission, and that the truth, when spoken with sincerity, can pierce even the illusion of royalty. She was a philosopher, a seer, a sage wrapped in silence. Sulabha, the woman who walked alone, spoke with the clarity of pure being, and left behind the echo of ultimate freedom.